Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Pinot Rich answering some mail call on talking about Wiccan versus Knull on the final boss node of season 38, mainly for tier 1, but others that are finally getting Wiccan. Look, I've got a 6-star rank 3, Sig 48. I get them, if you watch my video, when I hit them on day 1 opening. I've just been able to recently use them in war, and of course it's a little bit a little bit more stressful when you got to use them in war. You got to have some confidence, but he's been money. I just want to go over a few points that I like about him and what makes him really good to use. The resistance up buff, it is a spell, but it is a buff. Look, for Cosmic Champions, if he's awakened, it's a must. He must be awakened, then he can block the unblockable. The other pieces, this Incinerate effects has a % chance that you won't have your shock debuffs basically consumed when they convert it to a plasma. So when you do the Flame On spell, which is the medium, light, medium, and then fire the SP2, that will allow a % chance, the higher the sig, that the shocks won't fall off. If they don't fall off, that's more damage. That's what you want. That's what I like about it. His base kit that makes him money for fighting against Knull is the reverse controls and the armor break immune. And then the spells. So here's another thing that's really cool. The resistance up. You dash back, hold block. That's a spell once you get the resistance up. So that's a spell. I like to then do medium, light, to do the neutralize. Big shout out to old Vlad Lukey from HC Kingpin with me. We had a discussion before I took this first fight. Man, what he told me was money, was juicy, was just everything you want to you see when you put something together and you take a fight. It was just absolutely money. It's in the write-up on how I now take this fight. But the plan in the fight is back up, get the resistance up, medium, light, get the neutralize. If you neutralize, what Vlad Lukey was telling me was, don't forget, you get the neutralize. If you got high MD, you can gain more power and you can do more damage. And then obviously you can get to the SP2 faster. I was like, yeah, I didn't even think about that. But then, okay, we're going to put this in, into action. So here's another cool thing. If you got a hood, if you got a super scroll and you use them, I don't have a 6-star hood at all. I wish I did. I wish I could know what it felt like. I don't. But that 25% Incinerate increase for the potency is nasty. I've used my 5-star with Wiccan and EQ to test it. And oh, man, it's really good. But normally you only got 3 slots in war. So normally you're probably bringing gems that you need to help, your alliance. So, maybe you're fortunate you can get it. But look, here's a game plan. Invulnerability boost, 33% special 3 damage in case the RNG gets out of hand, aggressive, and you can't get the resistance. If something just goes bad, be safe. Full rainbow boost. I think I'm running 10 on attack, 15 on defense, 30%. For the big green one, I always have a stash of them. So back up, I'm trying to get the resistance up. You see the timer kick in. Watch the blue icon. Boom. Fight's in control. Don't let it fall off. Neutralize, back up, and boom, I got another one. All right. I'm going to go in with the medium this time. Medium, light, medium. I'm trying to get that SP2. Look, his heavy. Notice when I backed up, it was like perfect timing to get bank another resistance up buff. Same thing with the SP1. All right, now we're gonna make sure we end with the flame on medium, light, medium, SP2. Watch this. Shocks, look, they already fell off. But look at the Incinerates on there. And again, it seems like there's a lot to have to worry about, but think about it. He's not going to go unblockable. You don't have to worry about reverse controls. You don't have to worry about the armor break. That was more than enough right there to tell you don't stress. And look, we had one SP2 before this one, and I had the fight control. This is round 4 versus Space. Really needed this big win to kind of pull us out of a hole we started out in this season, and we were both masters, and at this time we were both higher up masters, and we get the win. So kudos for this one. We go into round 5. We're playing SGA, great alliance, but I'm going to get told something here, and we're going to talk about it briefly. So right before I'm getting ready to start this fight, I get told there's a bug. I didn't see this in the forums. It was too, like, by the time it made forums, I didn't see it, but some guys that I know of, you know, they wrote about it, and it's like basically the resistance up buff wasn't working. I did not have the finer details of any of this write-up, but what I will tell you is this: the write-up that I did prior to this ever being an issue after I did the first fight, if you follow that write-up, I actually bypassed the bug, which is what they basically said. It's almost the same thing, but the way I played this fight, I actually bypassed the bug, which was pretty cool. And you're gonna see it in this fight. Now, I don't know how other guys were playing it, but by the way I read the write-up, I don't know, man, how, you know, call it luck, I guess. I'll leave it at that, be humble. You know, the write-up that I decided, I didn't see anybody else's write-up. I made my own write-up. It worked for me exactly what I did in that first solo is what I wrote, and then it just happened to be the remedy to get around this bug. Thank God I followed it. Now, again, we're doing the same thing. Everything I did last time: get the resistance up, start switching the spells, get to the Neutralize first, then do the Incinerate, which we already did. Now, again, I don't know about this bug. I don't understand what's going to happen. It could happen anytime. That's what I was playing scared. It was 6-8 against SGA. I was one of the last guys to take this fight, or take a war fight of the 2 or 3 fights we had left. And then, of course, I eat a heavy, which was like, what's going on? But I'm not going to panic. I know my SP2s are going to nuke this guy down. What I am starting to get a little worried about, and it'll happen as my health bar ticks down, is the block damage and the RNG of how aggressive Knull's about to get. I mean, the amount of specials he's about to start throwing was ridiculous. Other lesson learned: don't get cornered, and I'm going to make sure I dex at least the last hit of the SP2 from now on. And this whole fight would tell you why you want to be able to do that. If you feel like a ninja and you want to dex SP2, which I've done, but I will say this: in war, for this fight, with his base kit, I just don't risk it. Look how many SP1s he's thrown. And notice when he threw that SP1, again, the perfect timing window you have to get a resistance up buff. Now, I'm already at 3, so you can't go higher than 3, but when you go back and you watch this, like sometimes when he does that heavy, Knull's heavy, or the SP1, like I said, when you back up, it's like perfect timing to just back up, hold the block. The spacing's good, you get the resistance, and then you can come in and counter. or just back up, be patient, let them bait, bait the heavy, or let them throw the SP1 and come back in. All right, so I did bail on the SP2 and threw the SP1 to get the regen, and that was money with the 7%. But I'm glad he died from the debuffs before that last hit of that SP2 is going to get me. All right, I'm going to leave the write-up in the comments, the one that I had sent out to a couple of buddies and some HC alliances to help them out. Comments, whatever, good, bad, hook it up. It doesn't really matter. All right, but deuces.